and welcome back to Tangle Tower. Mysteries are unfolding and the suspects are suspicious, as they should be. Right, so this is Poppy's room. We already spoken to Poppy, so... well, about some things, not all.
A single red rose. How very traditional.
Yeah, weird.
I suppose.
It's a metronome, for keeping time.
It's ticking.
As it should be.
Is it a bomb?
No.
It's supposed to be ticking. Not sure what those symbols are, though.
Use the buttons to rotate all 4 metronome dials up to the hoop at the top. Okay, so everything needs to go up there, right? There is probably some method to this, but I'm absolutely butchering it. Oh!
That's done it.
Neat. What happened?
A little hatch unlocked in the back.
Anything in there?
It's a photograph. Part of a photograph.
The ripped photo shows a young girl with blonde hair and pink clothes. The girl in the photo is using a bright pink cassette player with matching headphones. Interesting.
Oh, thank goodness, there are 7 lit candles. Wouldn't want it to be dark in here. A big glass door leads out into a garden. Somehow.
There's a little mechanism by the handle.
Am I supposed to cover all of the suns up? No. Okay. Am I supposed to do it opposite of... no, because what would be like... the tiles into the... oh yeah, I have to lock it in place. My reasoning behind this pattern is that, well, it's probably nothing. Let's try it.
Nothing. Still
All 4 tiles have a moon symbol.
Yes.
And those other symbols look like suns. Surely.
I think it is, but in an abstract kind of way.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. So this shouldn't work, but let's just try it, just for the sake of...
Nope.
Maybe the information we need isn't here.
So where is it?
Somewhere else.
yes, so...
I guess we'll come back later.
yes. Right.
Ah, yes, a giant symbol drawn in chalk on the floor. Oh, it's a good omen.
It's an eye.
And there was...
Just a bunch of clothes on the floor. Nothing weird about that.
To you.
Just a bunch of clothes.
To you.
Anything in the wardrobe?
Dresses mostly. I never realized there are so many shades of black.
That is a bit of a vampire.
I thought vampires slept in coffins.
This is a vampire who needs firm support for their lower back.
It's an octopus.
No, it's not. It has 6 legs, not 8. Don't say it.
Sextopus.
Sheet music.
It's only a few notes. I'd barely even call that music.
Yeah, it's been framed, though. Must be important for some reason.
The sheet music has been framed and is decorated with delicate old-fashioned illustrations.
Various handmade posters.
What do you think those symbols mean?
Hopefully, nothing. A lamp. It is most definitely turned off. Empty.
Gloomy.
But roomy.
Gloomy.
But roomy.
More handwritten sheet music.
Well, I think we know where that comes from, right? Okay, well that was pretty much of a bust then. At least for the time being. Let's see, what is this? So that's Penelope.
Check out that butterfly.
Looks evil.
Wow, judgmental.
My little writing desk. It's kind of cute.
There's nothing written in the book, although someone's torn a page out of the middle. I don't like mirrors. They steal your soul.
How do you get your hair so symmetrical without using a mirror?
I do it by weight. I can feel if one side is heavier than the other.
Fair enough.
They're bird cages, but the birds are coming and going freely.
Is that a metaphor?
Oh, it totally is.
Yeah, I think that's...
Does this count as being outdoors?
Yeah. No. Doesn't matter.
That to some might probably...
Bird diagrams. Hand-painted.
They're beautiful. Someone really knows their stuff.
It seems,
Bird diagrams.
They're beautiful.
it seems everyone here is a bit eccentric. Alright. Oh,
A rather magnificent bush. Somewhat cruelly confined to a stone pot.
There's a letter P carved into the side.
pointer!
Oh, just beautiful. What is it?
Huh?
Sort of a delicate jade, but with a little seafoam green, is that right?
Sorry?
Your hair, dear! Which shade do you use? It's lovely! And that shape, you're really pushing the envelope.
Oh, thanks. I do what I can to offset Grimoire's beige on brown ensemble.
Detectives don't need to be brightly colored. We prefer to blend into the background.
Oh, you're the detective? Delightful. Penny Pointer, pleasure.
Is that short for Penelope?
Officially, yes, but I never can be bothered with all 4 syllables of it. Penelope sounds a little ostentatious coming out of the mouth, don't you think?
Sure. Yeah.
Right. That's not at all how I expected.
20-something. Aquarius. Love to travel. And nearly all of my friends are birds.
Travel? Where to?
Anywhere at all, as long as it has species worth studying. Ornithology, they call it. I call it the only thing I've ever been good at.
And have you studied the birds here at Tangle Tower?
But of course! Where else do you think I developed my love of the field? No matter where I go, I always find myself coming home to Tangle Tower.
Because of the birds.
Oh, no, because of him! Silly to admit, but I suppose I can't bear for us to be apart.
Who are you talking about?
Felix.
Oh, don't you know? My fiancé, dear Fitz. He's not really the traveling type, you see.
Fitz Fellow.
The very one.
You're engaged to a member of the Fellow family? That's interesting.
I'm not especially interested in whatever tedious feuding goes on between our 2 families. Fitz and I find it much easier to stay out of it altogether.
Yes, that's probably for the best.
I awoke early and headed down into the greenhouse to see Fitz. He's always there, crack of dawn, every morning like clockwork.
How come?
It's where he's happiest. That, and he has a great deal of work to do every day, watering, pruning, mulching, whatever that is.
Do you help him with the work in the greenhouse?
Oh, no. I wouldn't dream of it. I'd probably break something.
So, you stayed with Fitz the whole day?
No. In the early afternoon, he went back inside. Rather suddenly, as it happens.
Did he say why?
He didn't. Probably just a touch of heat stroke, the poor dear. He's more delicate than you'd think.
What did you do after that?
Let's see. I returned to the aviary to feed my birds.
And how many birds are you responsible for?
Officially 4, but in truth it's more like 400.
Can they not feed themselves?
Of course, and they often do. But I think they just like the company. As do I.
Oh, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, birds tend to know that if someone's feeding them, then they tend to stay close.
Sometime in the evening, I left the aviary and headed back towards my room. But in the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs. He was muttering something. Seemed a bit upset, the poor dear. I followed him down, but the grand hall was empty by the time I got there. Empty aside from Detective Hawkshaw, who was loitering over by the library. I don't know what it was, but she looked a little lost. I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the fellow tower. I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path. For some reason, he was coming out of Fitz's bedroom. He looked rather lost, too. I told him I was looking for Uncle. He suggested we look up in Flora's tower room. We could see from the hallway. The door was off its hinges. I knew then something was terribly wrong. A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya. Uncle Pointer was there. Fitz, too, standing over in the corner with Fifi and Poppy.
What about Flora?
Of course, silent as ever. Uncle suggested we should leave. Give the others some space, you know. So he and I both returned to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
So,
We can get into Penny's room now.
I think it's probably safe to assume...
No, like, right now?
No, not right now. So, we had the whole ordeal with where the professor, who is supposed to be looking at stars, to be fair, stars could mean, well, at least 2 things. Well, his telescope is fixed in place. And looking at the tower opposite his, it does not point towards the sky. Let's present the people here. So we are missing 2. The one would be Felix, and the other would be Fiona, I think. Right, let's start from the
A
top.
fellow bird enthusiast. She's quite the expert, truth be told. Studied them professionally at one point. I think her father taught her.
Are you friends with Flora?
A little bit.
A little bit friends.
She's one for the peace and quiet. I dare say I'm a little too loud for her.
I can see that.
I do admire her, though, really. Always felt like she could have done better than settle for Felix.
Ouch.
I said it. She's a most unsavory little... She was incredibly rude about my appearance.
Which part? The giant bird arms, or...
If I were her, I'd go easy on the judgment of others. I mean, look at her. She looks like the ghost of a scarecrow. I just wish Uncle Pointer would tell her to behave herself.
Professor Pointer? Why him?
Oh, it was Uncle that called her in. She's his responsibility. Did you not know that?
We do now.
Can't say I've ever taken an interest in Uncle's astronomy. On occasion I've dared to visit him in his tower, but I always regret it. It's all just a little too abstract for me.
What do you mean?
Oh, did you know the sun is apparently over 400,000 miles wide? Okay, so what should I do with that information? How does it help me?
Don't look at me. You're the one who memorized it.
She has a point there.
She'd sit in the aviary, first thing in the morning, and paint the birds. Sometimes she'd ask me their names.
Freya was interested in studying bird species too?
No, just wanted to know their names. Isabelle, Clementine, Myrtle, Lysandre, Genevieve.
Got it, thanks.
For my 21st birthday, she gave me a framed painting. All the birds from a single spring, with their names written underneath. I can't begin to tell you how much I've treasured it.
Sounds like you two were close.
I feel like I always struggled to articulate my admiration for her. But she had a way of understanding unspoken things. Oh, she's beautiful! Who is she? Wait, is that me? Isn't he strapping?
He is big.
And so brooding.
Kinda sulky, yeah.
I can never tell what's going on in that beautiful head of his.
It just sounds like you don't know him very well.
I don't remember asking for your input.
Zing!
Oh, did you talk to Poppy already?
Yeah, a little bit.
And did you make any notes of what she told you?
Yeah, I did.
Lovely. Burn them. It'll all be lies.
Why would Poppy lie to us?
Because that's what she does. She's a snake. Looks like one, too.
Don't you think you're being a little unfair, Penny?
She started it.
Okay, so Penny and Poppy do not get along. Good to know, good to know, good to know. Right, well, let's finish off the pointer side. So this is Penny's room. And she is not here.
A little tea set. Looks recently used.
One of the cups has tea in it.
What's in the other one?
Birdseed.
Right.
It's a birdhouse.
Are those real birds? Nope. They're wooden.
They're using up all the perches. What if a real bird wanted to use it?
I think the eyes is what matter here. But oh, there's also the mouth. Really digging the music though, by the way. I'll try this one. I don't think it's right, but
Nope.
There must be some logic to how the birds are arranged. Something to do with those white lines.
well, yes, that's like this then?
Nothing.
I think the birds are related to each other.
The eye and the beak. And the color, obviously, but I don't think the color matters much. See, this one has the same kind of color as the birdhouse itself.
I guess that's wrong.
It's a family tree. The colors and eyes combine as they go down the family line.
Ow!
You need to start with blue and yellow at the top.
Oh, that okay, that actually wasn't obvious. So that...
I guess that's wrong.
It's a family tree. You'll need to start with blue and yellow.
So... Well...
I guess that's...
It's a family tree. You'll need to start with blue.
I guess that's...
It's a family tree. You'll need to start with blue and yellow.
That's...
I guess that's...
It's a family tree. You'll need to start with blue and yellow.
Ah... Like this then?
I guess that's...
It's a family tree. You'll need to start with blue and yellow.
I got it.
Okay.
I'm impressed.
I'm not entirely sure how
The
that
door
works.
open? What's in there?
A ripped piece of paper crumbled into a bowl. Red flower petals are found inside. A message is angrily scrawled onto the paper. Now I'll get her. Oh, well, that's
Traveling cases.
Empty. All of them.
That's some flower.
There's something weird about it. It just feels out of place.
Well, we do have a gardener. A brightly colored flower with an unusual shape. It looks very healthy and well looked after. The soil in the pot looks fresh and moist. It is also an unusual blue color. We know why that is, though.
A little bedtime reading?
Let's see. Romance novels, detective novels, and
What?
this one appears to be both.
Nice.
Looks like nature invited itself in. Rude.
Don't know.
You know, the birds can easily get in and out of those cages.
Well, if that's true, can they even be considered cages?
Well, yes.
Ever get the feeling you're being watched?
The mannequins don't have eyes, though.
That's not a comforting sentence.
He's kind of right. Not sure there's much more in here right now.
Penny's books. Mostly novels.
Right.
That might be the most pointless staircase I've ever seen.
Well. But you have seen it. Right. So we have yet to meet. This is the library. Let's go to Fitz's room. Wow, that's bare bones.
Hello.
Not hidden very well, is it?
Doesn't need to be. It's locked. It's a combination lock. Sort of.
Rearrange the pieces of paper to find the combination for the box's padlock. This doesn't seem to... That doesn't seem to fit. Can I turn them, perhaps? Is that an option? Oh. What else would fit into that corner? I probably need more pieces of paper, I'm guessing. No. And I can't turn them, at least I don't think I can. So I need to find more pieces of paper for this to work. Okay.
I'll come back later.
Yes.
An empty glass and an empty plate.
Looking at it is making me want to cry.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, wow.
What?
It's a big empty space. Huh. Neither of these lights have an actual light bulb.
They're just decorative.
Oh, so decorative.
Well,
It's a little handmade card. Someone's drawn a heart on the front. Inside it says, "To Fitz, from PP."
That poor plant.
Looks pretty healthy to me.
Healthy, but sad. I think it would rather be outside.
Yeah, well.
There's someone outside the window.
Something outside the window. It's probably just a rock.
You sure? It's locked. But at
I
least
thought we were halfway up a tower.
we are.
What's that thing by the handle?
Ah! Well, I remember how this was supposed to look.
It made a noise.
I guess that was right.
Yes.
And the door's still locked.
I still feel like we made some sort of progress.
Well, let's head over and deal with the other locks straight away.
A big glass door.
There's a little mechanism.
Boop, boop, boop.
Something happened.
That must be it. Finally, it's open.
Whatever's on the other side better be worth it.
Yes, let's see. The rooftop garden. Ah, I didn't even know it was called that, and I got it right. Well, I suppose that.
It's another little statue, doing a really bad job of hiding in the bushes.
He's playing a lute this time.
He's also wearing headphones.
Well, they're not part of the statue, and they're not headphones. They're earmuffs.
A slightly weathered statue of a strange creature holding a lute. A pair of earmuffs have been placed on the head of the statue.
Stone pillars. Or what's left of them.
More egg statues.
I don't get it. Why eggs?
Well, either they have some special significance, or the sculptor was just really lazy.
What do you mean?
An egg has got to be the easiest shape to make.
Well, it's not a complete sphere, but...
That's one big dragonfly.
Or one very small dragon. It's a rose bush, growing on a little patch of bluish soil. Apart from a couple of loose petals on one side, the whole thing looks very well cared for.
The roses are bright red, too.
Now, aren't roses normally that color?
Exactly.
A little pond.
It looks really, really deep, for some reason.
Yes, we see the tube.
See those metal bars around the edges, too?
Oh yeah. What do you suppose they're for?
Nothing anymore. Looks like somebody broke them and then never bothered to fix it.
Huh.
A little water feature.
It's making me sleepy.
Wonder how it's hooked up.
Giant stone frog? Love it.
He's got his tongue out like he's catching snowflakes.
Except those aren't snowflakes. They're feathers.
Feathers, eh? The feathers were mostly found resting on the tongue of the large stone frog.
More egg statues.
I don't get it.
Well, are the sculptors.
What do you mean?
An egg has got to be the easiest.
Oh good. A bridge. I'm glad to know there's a way to get across that tiny, tiny pond.
Not all bridges are about getting across stuff.
Well, she does have a point in that.
More egg statues.
I don't
Well,
get it.
are the
What do you
sculptors.
mean?
An egg has got to be the easiest. It's so relaxing. I might just stay here.
Oh, shall I go finish the investigation on my own?
That'd be great.
I don't think that's a good idea.
It's another
These
reason.
little, and they're not headphones.
Ah,
They're earmuffs.
bugger. Okay, so we...
It's so relaxing. I might just stay. That'd be great.
It's the door into Fitz's room.
One of only 2 ways to get into the garden.
Oh yeah. The door into Poppy's room.
So only Poppy and Fitz can get into the garden?
Huh. I guess so.
Is there an implied affair going on here?
It's a 2-person bench.
Now, what makes it a 2-person bench specifically? It looks pretty standard to me.
He does have a point in that. It's not completely off the charts. Well, this,
Trees. On a roof.
In a garden.
In a garden. On a roof.
Well, we didn't really learn anything. Let's go right across. Workshop. Oh.
Sir? Can you hear me? I'm Private Detective Grimoire. I have some questions for you.
Grimoire. Good mysterious name. I'd rather like it. Felix Fellow at your beck and call.
And, this is my colleague, Sally.
Yeah, that's a perfectly good name as well.
Thanks.
If you would, Mr. Fellow, we really need to ask you about the murder.
I must say I'm rather jealous of you two.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
Out here solving mysteries, exploring new places, uncovering secret rooms, hidden treasures. That's what life is all about.
Secret rooms?
Generally speaking, you know, that sort of thing.
This... okay.
So, Felix, what exactly do you,
Do.
do?
Is it not obvious? I'm an explorer. Explorer/treasure hunter. Yes, well, best in the world.
We're talking like curse statues, spike pits.
It's a little more sophisticated than that. But I've certainly seen my share of danger, if that's what you're asking.
And, if I may ask, when did you retire?
You listen here. I may be between ventures right now, but it's simply not in my nature to stay in one place for too long. I go wherever the winds of destiny take me.
Don't you live here with your wife and daughter?
Yes, well, the Fellow family has certain loyalties, and with Flora the way she is...
Nothing wrong with raising a family, Mr. Fellow.
Don't misunderstand me. Fiona and Flora are my entire world. They are the greatest treasure of all.
Uh-huh.
Well then.
Why on earth would you want to know about that?
The murder of Freya Fellow. The reason we're here?
Ah, right. Nasty business. Very unfortunate. I regret that I can't be of any help, but I wish you all the best in your investigation.
Hear that, Grimoire? We're done here. Let's go.
It's a simple question, Felix. I'm sure you're up to it.
Well, there's not much to tell. Mostly, I was in my room by myself, working on Flora's, working on a project.
Your room is quite close to Flora's tower. You didn't hear anything unusual?
What qualifies as unusual?
What have you got?
Okay.
It was dusk. A feeling lingered in the air. Malevolent, perhaps. Uncertain, as life itself.
Abridged version, please.
Right, fine. I heard someone heading down the stairs, just outside my room. The footsteps were calm, orderly, so I thought nothing of it. Shortly afterward, I heard a second set of footsteps, going the same way. This time I could tell just from the sound that something was wrong. So I looked out into the hallway. I got a glimpse of Poppy disappearing down the staircase to the floor below. Didn't know what to make of it, to be honest. I thought perhaps she'd had a disagreement with Fitz, as I know those two are close. So I looked into his room, just in case, but it was empty, as was the garden beyond his window. Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor Pointer, so I escorted her. We went into Flora's room. Poor Freya was laying on the floor. Fiona, Poppy, Fitz, and Pointer were there already, Flora too, of course. Soon enough, everyone else made their excuses and left.
Including you?
Not I. I stayed. Flora needed me.
Okay. Well, let's look around.
A little hand-painted statue.
How can you tell it's hand-painted?
Well, the paints are right there on the desk. Also, I mean, no offense, but you can just tell.
Okay, yeah, you can. Huh. Same kind of... Wait a minute. A wooden carving of a man holding a sword. The model has been hand-painted, but the paint is not skillfully applied. Yellow, blue, black, and white paints are found nearby. That's the same kind of coloring jars, but these are not cracked. And...
What is it?
He's an imp.
What does he do?
Well, if you tell too many lies, he appears at the end of your bed in the middle of the night.
Oh. Puffer fish?
Yes, it's also a lamp, for some reason.
I like it.
Nice. A real treasure chest.
How do you know there's treasure in there?
Why else would it be locked? Plus, there's a treasure map hanging directly above it. What's the deal with that painting on the front?
Not sure. We should check that treasure map too.
Okay. So, dragon, space, above an X and an island. That means that it is likely I3. But that's only if the direction is correct. Could it be somewhere else? No, I don't think it could actually.
Nothing.
Ah,
Did you check the treasure
bugger!
map for clues? And what about that painting on the chest itself?
Oh, the birds and the island. Ah. So it's not I3 because there's no birds. But dragon? Oh, snake. So there are only 3 dragons. So that limits it to the spaces around them. So we are in the E to I. Okay. It could be this, but then we're looking south. And then it's E2.
Still locked.
Ah,
There's a
bugger!
connection between the painting and the treasure map. Like they're different versions of the same thing, maybe?
So what is it then? Wait. Is it as simple as saying that it's the location of the X rather than the spot in between? Let's try ETH. No, that... Nope. Let's go for I3, I4 then.
That was incorrect.
The padlock has 3 different inputs. A letter, a number, and a compass direction. It's just a grid reference for the map.
So it wasn't that. Okay. Let's see. There is the sight of a... Wait a minute. That could fit with H6 then? And then looking west? Possibly.
I did it. What do I win?
Not bad.
Ha!
What was in the box?
More wooden models. These are a little different to the one on the desk.
A model resembling a child with green hair, a model resembling a woman with grey hair, a model resembling a red and white bird, a model resembling a broad-shouldered man. The wooden models have been hand-painted. The paint is not skillfully applied. A lot of red paint and a brush is lying nearby. The brush has some dried red paint on it. Ah. Really now?
It's a barometer, but it's broken.
I've never seen a barometer that wasn't broken. It's a drinking horn.
Is it full of ale? Or mead, maybe?
Right now it's just full of dust.
Oh. Yeah, it's a massive conch shell. Do you think there's a little crab living inside?
I hope so. It's a magic lamp. Can we summon the genie?
If we get really stuck, sure.
Ha!
The entire room is made of wood.
Oh, it's not just made of wood. I think it's the actual hull of a ship.
Oh, yeah.
Shelf junk.
A map with a dotted line and an X marked on it.
That's a very boring way to describe a treasure map. You get a good view of the lake from here. You get a good view of the lake from here. The entire room is made
Oh, it's not just. I think it's the actual hull of a ship. A pencil drawing of a mountain on a moonlit night.
Mood.
It's Earth.
If Earth was made of paper and gave off a gentle pink light.
Well.
The entire room is made
Oh,
of...
it's not. I think it's the actual hull.
A hammock. It's kind of worn out.
I would politely describe it as lived in.
Yeah, well. That's one way to... So, we're still looking for one more suspect, which is Fiona. Freya's room, so this is the murder.
Not the kind of lamp I choose for my bedroom, but fair enough.
It's cool. Looks like old mining equipment or something.
I think that is a lamp for attracting bugs.
Do you think this was always supposed to be a bedroom?
I don't know. It is kind of a weird shape.
No windows either.
It looks more like a boiler.
That painting is really something.
Why would you want it looming over your bed like that?
Maybe Freya enjoyed the atmosphere it creates.
The atmosphere of chaos and oppression?
Hang on. There's a smaller version down by the floor.
It's a photograph.
A small photograph of Freya's abstract painting. A piece of adhesive tape is stuck on it. Lines been drawn with black ink around the edges.
It's a little wooden box for paintbrushes.
To the casual observer, maybe. They're not real paintbrushes. Looks like they're part of some kind of lock mechanism.
Okie dokie. Well, we're getting a little over time, I think, but, let's see. That needs to fit with the line. And that does too. Okay. So, what can we... Okay, so we cannot determine the height. So, arrange the papers to find a clue. Well, let's see. I think this might be it, actually.
Nothing.
Ah,
Did you
bugger.
find a hint on those scraps of paper? It looks like a ripped-up jigsaw puzzle.
No, this doesn't seem right. Is it this?
That was incorrect.
Each brush has various characteristics. The information we need is on the paper. Once it's been rearranged, I mean.
Oh yeah, we need a short... I think a short brush over here. So that would be this.
That's done it.
Ha!
Neat. What was in the box?
Just a photograph. Well, most of a photograph.
A photograph of two girls. One with red hair, the other with green hair. The photo has a large piece missing. It seems to have been ripped off. Oh, can I not combine it? Okay.
There's something about that pink cassette tape. Something suspicious.
Let's ask Poppy about it.
Yes. But let's do that in the next episode, because I think we're over time for this one. I got carried away by solving puzzles. So, until next time, take care.